Well, good afternoon. My name is Denee Barr, and I am just so joyful that you were able to join us today in the Comeback Champion Summit, because I'm a comeback champion. I want you to be a comeback champion too. And I also want you to step out fearless and live your life purpose. Now, let me tell you how you can step out fearless and live your life purpose and be a comeback champion. There are three strategies that I can give you. Number one strategy is about focus. Nope, scratch that. Before we get to the focus, number one strategy is release. Number two strategy is focus. And number three strategy is give. So the RFG, the release, the focus, and the give. So let me take a more deep dive into each of those three strategies to living fearless and living your life purpose like a champion. Okay, number one, focus. No, why do I keep saying that? Let me step back on that. It's the release. It's the FRG, the release. Okay, the release, number one. First of all, in order to be a champion in this world, you've got to release things that are not part of champions. Champions step out fierce. Champions are positive. Champions are proud. They're strong. They believe in themselves. So you have to release all negativity, all the naysayers, all those folks that say, don't do that, don't do this, release people pleasing, release being unsure about what you want to do. It's like just release confusion, just release. All right. That way you can clear your mind to be open to receiving what's going to make you fierce and strong. Now, let's get to number two, the focus. So once you've released all that negativity, all that confusion and everything, we can get down to focusing on who? You. Me. And what the best thing to do is to set aside some time and think about, what energy do I want to bring to this world? Who am I? Why was I brought here on this earth? What is my passion? What is my life vision? How do I want to live my life? What energy do I want to bring out in myself, in others? That is so important to define that. That way you're creating your own world, the world that you want to see and the world that you want to be in. All right? So, we just take that focus and just have a conversation. It's really like having a conversation with yourself. Sometimes you have to do that. You have to set aside some quiet time. And that quiet time might take the form of a meditation as well, where you just calm the mind and relax. And again, think about, who am I? Okay, you can meditate on that. And then also, I think it's good to write it down as well, because that way you can refer to who you are, what your life purpose is, your life vision, your goals, and things like that. Okay. And then we get to that third strategy, the give. And the give is all about, we are actually interconnected in this world. What affects one, what affects the other. And so if we think about, how can we give back positively to this world? How can we give back energy to other people that makes them feel good and healthy and strong? And how can we give back to ourselves as well? We focus on ourselves, and in a way that makes us feel strong and powerful and just so fearless, because you were born to be fearless. You were born to be proud. You were born to be beautiful. You were born to give back. You were born to come alive. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. When giving back to yourself and giving back to others. So I want to now let's go back into this RFG, the release, the focus, and the give. When we think about release, we're to get into that mode. Take some, take some breath. Take some breath. Fill up your body with breath. And then release all that tension, all of that guilt, all of that pain, all that frustration that sometimes people get wrapped up to in this life. It's easy to get wrapped up into it. We know people that, that they just can't seem to move forward because they're just too wrapped up in too many things. You know what I mean? And so we got to slow down. We got to think about it. We got to just settle ourselves. And that focus of the breath. It's important sometimes to be comfortable with just silence, because we know in silence, we can tune into ourselves and leave the rest of the world out. We want to leave the rest of the world out because we want to be in our being, I think it's all about focusing and believing yourself. People who believe in themselves, they have the confidence to step out fearless. They have the confidence to be a champion. I'm a singer, and I can't help but think about how music, is the one thing that brings joy to people, no matter where you are in the world. People love music. They love dance, for example. They love the arts. These are things that bring people together. I think that's one reason why I work in the arts and humanities with my own work. It's because I know that no matter what else may come into this world, that music and art and dance and all of that seems to bring people together, literature and things like that. Yeah. Believe in yourself. The change will come. Essence of the universe, made of this world. No going back, moving forward. No going back. The change will come. And so, I think when we believe in ourselves, then we can usher in a change that brings out more of our authenticity. That's what really being a champion is about, about really being our true selves. Yeah, focusing on that. And on that life journey towards being a champion, it takes a lot of bravery and courage and strength. So after you've released, and you've centered whatever, and you focus on yourself and believing in yourself, and then you've got to gather up that courage to boldly be who you are, say who you are, just show the world that you are unique. And you are unique. You are unique. There's nobody else like you. Nobody do it like you do it. That's what I'm talking about. And that's the true give back. We get that third thing again, the give back to the world. Because the world needs your voice. It needs your uniqueness. That's what makes life beautiful and special. That the beautiful talents and skills and diverseness of us all. That multicultural, multi-generational kind of way of being and living. That way we're encompassing ourselves and we're encompassing others. And we are helping each other on our individual life journeys to move forward together in harmony. and joy. And that's part of the give back of being a champion too. It's really, what I'm really talking about is ushering in a new paradigm, a new way of living and thinking and being. Because I think with this COVID time that have come in, it's shown us that we're all interconnected. I mean, this COVID thing just went all around the world, and so many people, got affected by this thing, and was shut down. We were all shut down. I think it happened for a reason. Actually, I think we were shut down because we were running too crazy in this world. We were just we were not slowing down. We were not connecting with each other as we should, and connecting to ourselves and to the earth and all. And that's what I said, that's what you have to step back and remember, when things happen, they happen for a purpose and a reason. And I really think, that COVID is a reason why, it happened, because we had to slow down. And I think by us slowing down, again, it gets back that we can key into more about who we are. You know what I mean? It all starts with self. And once we've got ourself grounded and feeling like we can do anything in this world, then we can more step out fearless, right? And step out and achieve our life purpose. Now, I can think of some people that in my life, because it's important. It's important when you're thinking about stepping out fearless. Think about the people that have been fearless in your life. People, it might have been a family member, it might have been a friend, a colleague, or somebody you saw in wherever out there, etc. And think about the qualities that they presented and showed, how they held themselves, how they talked, how they moved. I know for myself, I think about my mother, for example. She was a woman who just would never give up. That's also part of being a champion, by the way. Never give up, never give up, never give up. She had so many different things come to life. She faced health challenges. She faced financial challenges. We all do. I mean, she faced all these things, but she kept coming back. And I think the reason she kept coming back is because she had a strong sense of self and spirit and connection and belief in herself. I think that's really a key focus and point, to really being fearless and stepping into purpose and coming back strong. Right here in this comeback challenge, and you're going to be hearing about more people too in this summit. Excuse me, the Comeback Champion Summit, who have come back from falling down. They've gotten up, and they've come back from people telling them they couldn't do this and do that, and they've come back from these financial challenges. They come back from it, etc. And I think when you employ your mind focused on, yes, okay, I was down, but I can get up. That was the case with my mother. I mean, I look to people like that. I think about other people that I've known in my life. There was a woman, her name was Rosemary, and she wanted to start a clothing business. And this was back in the 60s, at a time when Black folk, didn't own, a lot of businesses. But she was determined to open up this clothing business in DuPont Circle, by the way, in Washington, D.C. And she did it. And reading about her biography or story, she mentioned that she did it because she knew she could, and she didn't want to let anybody hold her back. She knew she was naive, but she just had to step out on faith. And that's sometimes what you have to do. You just have to step out on faith and just do what you know you can do and give to this world. Yeah. Now, in terms of giving back, I think that a lot of times people are thinking about what they can get as opposed to what they can give. And if we keep our mind focused on what we're giving, then we're freeing up our mind with more creative ideas of how we can live our life purpose, uplift the energy in the world, the environment, and all of that. It all comes down to the circle of life from beginning to end, and how we're going to keep this circle moving in a way that it continues to bring joy, it continues to bring life, continues to bring harmony and peace. That's really part of being a champion. It's about generosity. It's about generosity of spirit. It's about gratitude. All of that. So when you get back to what I initially said about being a champion, stepping out fearless and living your best life, apply the FRG, the releasing all negativity, releasing all the naysayers, all of that. And then get into the focus about who you are, what you bring to this world. And then finally, the G, just give back and just feel joy that you are doing something for yourself and others and making this a better world. It really is a new paradigm. It's a new way of thinking. It's a new way of being. It's a new way of living. It's a new way of seeing. It's a new way of giving. It's a new way of communicating. It's a new conversation. And I think that that change is good. When we usher in new things, new changes, then that takes us out of being stagnant. It helps us to grow. It helps us to grow in ourselves and to reach out more. So, this is what being a comeback champion is all about. It's all about stepping out fearless and living your life purpose. There's nothing sweeter than that. That's the best give back at all. And my name is Denee Barr. And I'm a comeback champion. And I want you to be a comeback champion too. And I'm so delighted that you were able to listen to my story and all the glory. And I'm hoping that you took away something that you can use to live your best life, because we deserve that. We deserve it. Yeah. Yes. The sweetest sounds, they come from you. They come from me and being who we are. Thank you for coming along on this journey this afternoon. And you've got so many things to look forward to in this Comeback Champions Summit. There'll be other people that'll have different stories and different ways of being, and all of that to help you how to do your business better, how to live your life better. Because it's really about a lifestyle. It's really about a lifestyle and the kind of lifestyle that you deserve. So get into it. Everyday blessings.